Welcome back to Callahan's Corner, where you ask the questions, we answer them live right here on Facebook. Had a great question submitted, actually, pure coincidence. Over the weekend, person submitted in one of the Facebook groups here and wanted to know about new employee onboarding and how to actually automate and make sure what should happen can happen seamlessly for a great first appearance or impression for your new hires in your service business or really any business for that matter. So after automating and running two seven-figure businesses and about to break the seven-figure mark in a third business here, I thought I'd kind of lift the hood and actually talk about how do we actually go on and create a new hiring and onboarding process that holds the business owner accountable to what they should be doing and everybody else in the organization, and hopefully alleviate the business owner from having to do any of these manual tasks. So delegation and allow to leverage a software program to make sure what should happen happens each and every time. And if it doesn't, it pulls the business manager owner to manage that. So what I'm going to do in similar fashion that we do with Callahan's Corner here is I'm going to actually go in and open up the screen and show you what this looks like. So what we've got here in the screen here quickly is the simple growth onboarding process. So we're going to go in and send the job offer letter, employee confidentiality agreement, non-compete or non-solicit, employee handbook, Gmail access, payroll, Google Meet for first invite of training, core values, and timesheet. So these are the emails that need to be sent. And then we've gone in to find the sent access to our training courses and a bunch of the products that we use, such as Monday, Slack, Keep, Ring Central, Service Autopilot, and a few other ones. And then the final part here at the bottom, as I scroll down, is our technology needed, such as laptop, monitor, headset, and other things that may be needed based on the position. So what we've done is clearly defined an onboarding checklist process. This is a manual process originally that can be taken care of. And then what we can do is go in and build an automated system around it. So what we've done is done this in a product called Keep, used to be Infusionsoft. Very similar, same thing can be done in other products such as Service Autopilot. But the idea here is that on the inside of our automation campaign, if you've never seen this, it goes from left to right versus from left to right and up and down in Service Autopilot. But what we've got is our new hire information here. And this is actually a web-based form. It can be filled out by the onboarding or hiring person at the company. We've got basic information, hourly pay or salary, what their responsibilities would include, their new hire date, and to process the job offer starts for email. And then once they're accepted, we can manually override this if the process was a little bit different based on the situation. But basically, once you fill this in, everything that needs to happen automatically triggers from this form, and it creates an automated process. So once we've sent the job offer and they've accepted it, there's a series of things that need to happen. And as I back out into this automation, this is kind of what happens here. So it's going to apply a tag or several different tags. And what we've got here is the external job offer. So all pre-templated, ready to rock and roll. You fill out that form, this thing pre-templates in. The company obviously comes off, first impressions great, and it happens in a timely manner. So the individual or individuals actually we just hired over the weekend since Thursday through this weekend at Simple Growth. This was the process basically hit here. So basically this pre-templated email comes in with the job offer. They can click here to approve. And here is the actual job offer. So all these custom fields or variables are filled in from the onboarding form. And we go in and actually break down compensation, benefits, employment at will, and all the other information here. In addition, tied into it is the employee secrecy, confidentiality, non-solicitation here. So once again, all the things that a lot of times in our service businesses we forget to do in the spring or fall when we're hiring and trying to just get the work done. All this is now systematic, it's automated, and it's going to be ensured to happen. So all this information now is in here. So once that job offer and non-solicitation document is taken care of by the applicant, they've now basically become an employee. So we're now able to, once they accept or sign, a tag's applied, and now we have an internal email that actually is basically hooked in through a webhook into our Monday project management board. And now that project management board is going to set some things into play to get this individual invited into the different softwares we have and get the technology from our technology department lined up. So once we're back in this automation here, this is an internal email that's sent to our HR and payroll person that literally says, hey, this person has accepted it. And we're going to give Tammy, who's the head of our payroll and HR, the ability to have quick links to any of the documents they may need. Here's our new hire package, the I-9, W-4, IT 2104, and direct deposits. Now we've got this. It's gone internally. We've allowed Tammy to know this is it. Here's some quick links to the documents if we haven't hired somebody in a while. So she has it, and she has the new hire package. So that's going to our internal person as well as linked to a Monday board based on an email that can actually pump this data into our project management board. Internally as well, we've created a task on Monday to order the technology, create the accounts, and a product we call to use LastPass. So this is our internal email to order, set up, and hand off technology in here for the two different people that need to track that. So that is all now automated. And then the final part is our external email to send to the new hire. So one of the biggest issues we see in my business in the early days and other businesses we work with is that the collection of payroll documents and tax things for the end of the year or subcontracts or 1099s, the W-9 or W-4, that's where it gets kind of a little wishy-washy. So what we've done is created a process where a very similar email goes out to our new hire now that happens automatically, and it will get them the information they need in that same email here. What I've done a little bit different than the internal emails, I've actually included a welcome video of myself as the business owner, welcoming them in there and the information they need, and letting them know, hey, you need an I-9, a W-4, IT 2104, and a direct deposit. And here is the direct links to the state links. When you click in here, the actual URL link is actually in there, or the attachment for them to download. So that is a great way to go in and automate your new employee onboarding. And then it waits another day here. So the two individuals today that just came on board Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on their hire dates, will actually go in and get a copy of our core values and what we stand for and how we operate. So once again, we're not only onboarding them and welcoming them, but we're starting to indoctrinate them to our core values, which we hire, fire, and train to. So great way if you're in the Simple Growth Masterminds group and you're looking at how do we use these core values, how do we go in and acclimate people to it, let's start to indoctrinate them to that core values that we hire, train, and fire to right off the bat. So a lot of people are wondering, how do we do that? This is how we do it. The second part of going in and not only filling out a form to get the job offer, the non-compete, the internal tasks for the technology and all the things that need to happen on the internal team, and the external emails for the new hire to get that done. But the final thing is, how do we go out and start to train these folks if we don't have the bandwidth to train them one-on-one right out the gate, and how do we track it? So what we've done is gone into the Simple Growth Learning Hub here. And this is our tester. I just pulled this up. But right off the bat, the gentleman that just started today is going in and he's learning our office systems for service autopilot workflow, our sales process, how to use Slack, ManyChat, RingCentral, Monday, G Suite. These are all the products we're using, how we utilize YouTube, Infusionsoft, GoToMeeting, and our essay setup and deep dive training, and our product offerings. So basically, I can go in and see the progress, or somebody on the team can. And this is they're probably the first 2 to 3 weeks worth of automated video training that goes on with the one-on-one. So you're probably wondering, Mike, what does this look like on the inside? So this is actually the inside of our service autopilot workflow training, internal training. If you're a Simple Growth client and you've done an essay setup or deep dive, you actually probably have seen a version of this. But this is how we train our team and actually train our clients. So we are going in and standardizing training from lead acquisition all the way through billing and fulfillment. So we've got an overview video, how to use the course here. And if they've never used the process, this is how they'll actually go in and use the actual online learning course with training. And then the final most important part is our overview of Service Autopilot, if this is what we're training. And that's going to go through and give a 30-minute overview of lead acquisition all the way to billing and how we systematically set the system up, train, and support it through our help team. And then the final part is we break down each one of these little areas into its own 1 or 2 minute video here across the left here, complete with testing. So there's 6 questions based on the 6 videos. You have to get them correct to go on to the next unit. And what we've done is standardized our training for our internal team as well as our clients to be able to go in and systematically use the software all the same way, be able to support it and standardize it. So if you're looking at how to automate your onboarding process, you're going to want to go quick review to a form that is going to capture all the clients or all the applicants' information for the job offer and the non-solicit, a few manual overrides, and then what we're going to do is drive that process based on some tags, signatures, or clicks to the offer. Once it's accepted, um, internal processes that the person has accepted, and to get all the information we need set up, to a task to order the technology, create the accounts, and finally a document and email to go out to the actual applicant of their final part of the onboarding before we actually do some one-on-one for their tax documents and other information they need here. And these are going to include a welcome video and a clickable button to download or go to the state provided link and the direct deposit forms. And finally, we follow up with some core values 24 hours later to start reinforcing what we hire, train, and fire to. So this is the workflow that we have set up for a lot of our clients as well as our internal process. So I want to give a little knowledge or lift under the hood of how we actually go on and create a job offer, a non-solicit, non-compete, tax document onboarding. How do we indoctrinate them to the core values of our company? And then how do we actually delegate the onboarding to a Monday board where we handle the fulfillment of technology and all the other information that we need to be basically put in place for successful onboarding. So Callahan's Corner, you ask the questions, we answer them live right here on Facebook. Great questions submitted of how do you tackle employee onboarding, especially in the busy season.